Once upon a time in the quaint little town of Guffavel, there lived a peculiar group of individuals who were notorious for their idiosyncrasies. Despite their peculiarities, they were all quite fond of one another. The four friends, Chuck, Giggles, Snickers, and Chortle, were inseparable. One sunny afternoon, Chuck had an ingenious idea for a practical joke to play on the town's mayor, Mr. Bellylaugh. The plan involved a rubber chicken, a unicycle, and a large tub of banana pudding. As the four friends gathered in Chuck's living room to discuss the details of their prank, they couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of their plan. Chuck, a tall man with a booming voice, stood up and clapped his hands. All right, folks, let's go over the plan one more time before we set it in motion. He couldn't help but grin as he spoke. Giggles, a woman with a contagious smile and a propensity for giggling at the slightest provocation, chimed in. Okay, so, first, we need to distract Mr. Bellylaugh by having Snickers juggle flaming pineapples while riding a unicycle. Snickers, a petite woman with a mischievous glint in her eyes, interjected, exactly. But, remember, while I'm doing that, Chortle will sneak into the mayor's office and replace his chair with the rubber chicken. Chortle, a portly fellow with an infectious laugh, snorted, and then, when he sits on it, it'll let out a huge, wah-caw. And that's when I'll come running into the room, slip, and fall into the tub of banana pudding we've strategically placed by his desk. The room erupted in laughter as they imagined the scene unfolding. After they had regained their composure, they got to work executing their plan. The next day, as the mayor walked to his office, he spotted Snickers on a unicycle, juggling flaming pineapples with incredible dexterity. He stopped in his tracks, mesmerized by the spectacle. Meanwhile, Chortle quietly snuck into Mr. Bellylaugh's office and replaced his chair with the rubber chicken. He then rolled the tub of banana pudding into place and hid behind a nearby potted plant. As the mayor entered his office, still chuckling at Snickers' performance, he failed to notice the rubber chicken in place of his chair. He plopped down, causing the chicken to emit a loud, wah-caw. The mayor's eyes widened in surprise, and he tried to stifle a laugh. That's when Chortle burst into the room, pretending to be startled by the sound. He dramatically slipped on a banana peel and flew into the tub of banana pudding, splattering it all over the room. The mayor, still startled and now covered in banana pudding, couldn't help but burst into laughter. He laughed so hard, he fell out of his rubber chicken chair and onto the floor. Just then, Chuck and Giggles stepped into the room, their faces beaming with pride at their successful prank. The mayor looked up at them, still laughing, and said, "You four never cease to amaze me. Your antics bring such joy to our town." As the friends helped the mayor to his feet, they all shared in the laughter, basking in the success of their wild and wacky prank. Chuck, wiping a tear from his eye, said, "Well, Mr. Bellylaugh, we figured it was about time we put a little more laugh in your belly." The mayor, still chuckling, responded, "You certainly did that. Now, who's going to help me clean up this mess?" Giggles, ever the optimist, piped up, "We'll help you, of course. A good prankster always cleans up their mess. Besides, we've got another idea that involves recycling this banana pudding." Snickers and Chortle exchanged excited glances as they began to assist the mayor in cleaning up the pudding-covered office. Mr. Bellylaugh couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation as he wondered what other shenanigans the fantastic foursome had up their sleeves. As the town of Guffavel enjoyed yet another day filled with laughter and joy, it became clear that the spirit of the town was embodied in these four friends. With their witty banter, outrageous antics, and big hearts, Chuck, Giggles, Snickers, and Chortle brought smiles to the faces of everyone they encountered. And so, the legend of the hilarious pranksters of Guffavel continued to grow, as the town reveled in their uproarious escapades. The people of Guffavel knew that they were fortunate to have such an extraordinary group of friends, who could always be counted on to bring laughter and light to even the darkest days. As for Chuck, Giggles, Snickers, and Chortle, they never tired of dreaming up new ways to make their fellow citizens guffaw with delight. And though the mayor had to invest in a few more rubber chickens and tubs of banana pudding, he couldn't help but feel proud of the town he had the honor of leading. The end.